You're listening to News and Books. I'm Eric. Today, we take a closer look at one of the most devastating aviation disasters in India's recent history. The Air India flight AI171 crash near Ahmedabad, which claimed 260 lives, including 241 passengers, in June this year. What really happened on that ill-fated morning? Was it a technical failure, a human error, or a systems breakdown? Joining me today is Campbell Wilson, the CEO of Air India, speaking for the first time publicly since the tragedy. On June 12, 2025, Air India's Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner took off from Ahmedabad, bound for London Gatwick. Just minutes after takeoff, the aircraft lost altitude rapidly and crashed beyond the airport perimeter. It was India's deadliest air accident in nearly 2 decades. Eyewitnesses reported a massive fireball, and rescue workers battled flames for hours before confirming there were no survivors. In the aftermath, questions poured in. What caused such a catastrophic loss? Today, we have with us Campbell Wilson, the man leading Air India through this difficult time. Mr. Wilson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Eric. It's been a deeply painful chapter for the families, our staff, and for everyone at Air India. As you mentioned, it's one of the worst aviation tragedies in our history. The interim investigation report indicates that there was nothing wrong with the aircraft, the engines, or the airline's operations. We, of course, await the final report, and if there's anything to learn from it, we absolutely will.
That's an important statement. Nothing mechanically wrong. Yet a modern Dreamliner, one of the safest commercial aircraft in the skies, didn't make it past the first few minutes of flight. Mr. Wilson, how do you balance the technical findings with the human element, the grief, the trauma, and the responsibility your airline carries?
It's something that weighs on us every day. Our first priority has been to support the families, both emotionally and financially. We've also been working closely with the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, and Boeing's technical teams. As of now, there's no evidence pointing to pilot error or a maintenance lapse. This leaves us with a narrow but crucial focus: understanding the sequence of flight control anomalies recorded in the final seconds before impact.
Reports suggest flight data recorders were recovered and sent to Delhi for analysis. Can you tell us what early readings indicated?
Yes, the flight data and cockpit voice recorders were retrieved within 48 hours. Preliminary readings showed that the engines were operating normally until impact. There were, however, rapid and conflicting control inputs during climb, meaning the aircraft was responding to simultaneous pitch and thrust adjustments. It's too early to speculate, but this could suggest a miscommunication between flight systems or crew interpretation of automation behavior.
That brings us to an uncomfortable but necessary question: automation dependency. Aviation analysts have often argued that increasing reliance on autopilot systems, especially in high-tech aircraft like the 787, can reduce human adaptability during emergencies. Was this a factor here?
It's possible. We know that automation has made flying safer than ever before, but it also requires constant human training and understanding of system logic. Our pilots undergo rigorous simulator training, including manual recovery procedures. But in every incident, we look at whether automation and human judgment aligned or conflicted in that crucial window of time.
You've been very transparent, and that's commendable. But the human toll remains immense. 260 lives lost, passengers, crew, and first responders deeply affected. How has Air India as an organization coped in the aftermath?
It's been heartbreaking. We've set up dedicated family assistance centers, mental health counseling for crew and staff, and established an independent compensation review board. Internally, this tragedy has pushed us to reassess our crisis communication protocols, coordination with airport emergency teams, and how we handle real-time information. As I said earlier, there's nothing to suggest technical fault, but there is always something to learn, whether from decision chains or communication structures.
Mr. Wilson, as the interim report stands, many are asking whether this tragedy will slow down Air India's ongoing modernization and expansion strategy, particularly with your upcoming Dreamliner and A350 orders. What's your position on that?
Our commitment to modernization remains unchanged. If anything, this has strengthened our resolve to ensure that new aircraft, new training protocols, and safety oversight become even more robust. Safety is not just a compliance item. It's the foundation of our credibility. We owe that to every passenger who steps on board.
As we close, it's worth remembering that aviation accidents, while rare, carry ripple effects across the world. From regulators to manufacturers, from families to future travelers. The Air India Flight AI171 tragedy stands as a grim reminder that aviation safety isn't static. It evolves with every lesson learned, every life lost, and every story told. Mr. Wilson, thank you for your candor and time.
Thank you, Eric. Our thoughts remain with all those affected.
This has been News and Books. I'm Eric. If you found this conversation insightful, remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll continue following the Air India investigation closely and bring you verified updates as they emerge. Until next time, stay informed, stay thoughtful, and stay safe.